welcome back to my channel. So today for you guys, I have a come clean with me. I filmed this thing around 3 weeks ago after Easter. You'll see me taking out Easter decor, and my house is a mess yet again. I gotta re-clean it and redecorate it. I try to clean every day, but since getting pregnant, it's a little bit harder because most of the time I just want to sit around. Even though I try to get active, I started using what is that? The maternity ball, moving your body around and stuff. But for the most part, I'm just like, brr. I know these type of videos aren't for everybody, but I enjoy doing them, and it really motivates me to really deep clean and get into areas that I don't normally get into on the daily. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I'm able to upload a DIY tomorrow. Might not be tomorrow, but I know for sure my next video will be a DIY. With that being said, excuse me, that was embarrassing. Okay, now let's begin. We're gonna start off in my bedroom, and I've never shown you guys my bedroom. My bedroom is not gonna be completely done for a long time. We don't have closet doors in there yet. It's been a process, that room, so I don't really ever get motivated to make it look the best. I get very motivated to do things when I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but if I know it's going to be like months before something is done and there's nothing I could do about it to speed up the process, like I don't really have the same motivation. So I find that a lot with the bedroom. There's just a lot of stuff in there that I don't know what to do with it. It can't go to the basement anytime soon, or I'm just like, what the heck? Like this glass, you can't see it. It just has a bunch of coins, and it's Matt's glass, and he doesn't know where to put it, so it just lies there. And I don't really like how it looks on top of the nightstand. That's the funny part when it comes to Matt and I. He will put like things in spots that I'm like, it doesn't go there. And then I'll just move it and I'll stick it inside of a drawer. And then he'll be like, you can't put it in the drawer because then I don't know what's there. So we go back and forth all the time. Anyways, so I started to tackle the mess, like I said, that was in this bedroom. Honestly, so we ended up getting this bed set back in early January. We had purchased it the week before I found out I was pregnant, and then it got delivered in January. So the bed is actually like 3.5 feet off of the ground because there's these storage units under the bed that make it higher. So getting on top of my bed is like a pain in the butt, and I actually have like a step ladder on the side to get on top of the bed because to try to get on there by myself without any help, I'm just like rolling myself onto the bed because it's just so high. It's a really nice set though. We actually ended up getting it on clearance, Art Van Furniture. Now I know Art Van is actually out of business and they were going to have a liquidation sale, but with everything happening right now, they had to shut down completely, and their website even shut down. I thought maybe they would leave the website up and deliver things that are inside of their warehouses that they're trying to get rid of. It just shut down completely. Maybe when everything settles down, it might open up to remove some of the inventory that they have. I don't know, but we ended up getting this bed set for really cheap. It was under $1,000, and we got like 2 nightstands, the bed set itself, the storage part under it, and a dresser and a drawer with the mirror. Oh yeah, let's discuss the elephant in the room that I haven't even addressed, my clothing. Okay, I was not gonna get dressed up for this. I am cleaning up the house like I normally would. I am in quarantine. I'm going nowhere. I'm pregnant, and I didn't have any pants that fit me at this point. This was before I went to Target to get some maternity pants. So all I had were like sweats, and they're like mats half of the time that I'm wearing because I couldn't fit into anything that wasn't like too tight on my belly. So I just wore my sweats. I had this shirt, thank God. So I got this Hungry Hippo shirt at Five Below, and I was going to pass on it because they only had a large, and Matt was like, just get the large, your belly's going to grow. So I ended up getting it, and thank God I listened to him because all of my smalls, so I always get men's small, all of my smalls are starting not to fit me, and they're like men's small. I really have to get some maternity clothes soon though, and I'm gonna have to do it online. When I had gone to Target, the section was very, very small, and then I think the only place that would be open near me right now that might have maternity clothes is Walmart. I'm gonna pass on going to Walmart though right now, so I think I will probably end up doing something on Amazon or going to like some website. Everybody I know in person tells me yoga pants, but I personally don't like yoga pants. And then I've gotten lots of comments telling me to wear loose dresses. And loose dresses are fine if I was like walking around outside, but I'm not a dress person to begin with. And the thought of like just sitting inside of my house all day during quarantine wearing a dress doesn't really sound appealing to me quite yet. So I'm going to pass on the dresses. I just got to figure out what size I am right now because I'm definitely between a small and a medium. So when I had gone to Target and I got the small pants they were actually still a little too tight. Better than what I had, but they're still a little too tight. And then I actually have one pair of medium pants, and they're too loose. They keep falling off. So I just got to figure that out. Maybe I'll wait a little bit more for my belly to grow, and then I probably for sure would fit into a medium. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But that's the weird thing about this whole quarantine thing. I can't just go to the store like I guess you would normally and just find something that fits you for your maternity clothes. I have to like guess it online. But I definitely need clothes, like I said, because I just have some really big graphic t-shirts and then ones that are just showing my belly, and then I only have like a couple of pairs of maternity pants that are still a little too tight, and then I just wear lots of sweats when I'm at home because those I fit into and they're matte, so therefore I fit into them. If you see my come clean with me's, you probably know that most of the time I'm not talking exactly about what I'm cleaning other than the room in general, and maybe talking about a few of the products that I use, but for the most part I don't go into detail because then I feel like the video would be incredibly boring if I was sitting there going, right now I am picking up the essential oils and I stuck them in a drawer. Now I took a cloth and I'm wiping the top of the dresser as well as the TV. Next up, I picked up a pillow and I moved it. That would be super boring. So I just pretty much talk about my life and what's going on and anything that triggers me to talk about something that I see inside of the video. Like right now, I'm cleaning my side of the nightstand, and that nightstand had like cookie crumbs on it because especially in the second trimester, I was getting really bad hunger pains, and I was like waking up in the middle of the night with really bad pain in my stomach because I was so hungry. So I ended up getting Belvita crackers, specifically the golden oat one and the blueberry one, and I just snack on them at nighttime if I woke up hungry, and they would help hold me through the night until morning time to eat rather than having to get up and fix myself something in the kitchen. So I tend to eat those at nighttime still, and I had a bunch of crumbs on the nightstand. Matt's like, Bethany, you got cookie crumbs in the bed. I'm like, I can't help it. Well, I have a cookie in my mouth. I don't always eat in the bed. It's only been during pregnancy that I really eat in the bed. Other than that, I'm not the biggest fan of it because yes, you do get crumbs in your bed and then you're like, what is that? You know, I am editing this footage right now and I filmed this like 3 weeks ago. What the hell am I doing right here? I think I'm dancing. I don't know what that was. I think I was listening to music. I hope I'm dancing and I just don't stand and shake oddly and not realize it. Anyway, so I started to hang up some pictures that I purchased at Hobby Lobby that have been sitting in my room forever. The one I'm hanging above my bed says, "In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus." I don't know if you guys know that song. It is by Fernando Ortega. It's like, in the morning when I rise. So every single time that I see that picture, I think of that song. And then the other one that I got says, "My favorite love story is ours," something like that. And I got them both at Hobby Lobby, like I said, half off. Don't ever pay full price for something at any of these craft stores. The items always go on sale and there's always a coupon, so both of them were half off. If I would have paid full price for them, it wouldn't even have been worth it. You can see I'm using a tape measure to hang this stuff up. Okay, usually I always just do something off of my site and like, oh, this looks good, but since moving into this house, I've hung quite a few crooked pictures and Matt is just like, use a tape measure. So now that's what I do because there's quite a few, like I said, in the house that are super crooked. Okay, let's finish this bedroom clip up. I went ahead, cleaned up the rest, vacuumed, cleaned the floors, and then yeah, I was pretty much done. There are things inside of the room that still need to get out of there. There's like a nightstand, as you can see, a brown one, a safe in there that needs to be moved. The mirror is not going to stay where it's at. There's things, like I said, and even like the closet doors need to be put inside of there, but it's gonna happen with time. Once our basement gets done, the nursery gets done, things will be moved where they need to be. You can see, bedroom looks 10 times better than it did before. So much better. The best it's looked since, honestly, we've lived here. The next room we're gonna move into is the front room, living room area. It's kind of like 2 rooms in one. It's one big room, and things have been switched around because Matt is working from home now, so we moved the table and made room for a desk to put his stuff on top of. Culprit! You're the culprit! Your toys are everywhere, Pepper. Everywhere. What do you have to say for yourself? Look at my baby. It's my baby. As you saw, Pepper's toys are everywhere, and this is me showing you my t-shirt and that I changed into shorts because I started getting super hot while cleaning, and then I still have my big old socks on. You guys take fashion notes from me. I'll soon be in vogue. You watch. You wait and see. Girl starts a new trend with her oversized t-shirts and huge gym pants that don't belong to her. Okay, anyway, so when I filmed this video, it was literally the day after Easter. So I started taking down all of my Easter decorations. I had some Amazon packages on hand that had bubble wrap in them, so I was using them to put some of the glass Easter pieces. Some of the Easter pieces I also stuck inside of a cube organizing bin, and those are the pieces that I knew I could use in a DIY or for videos. So when the time comes around Easter again, I have that kind of set for me before I have to start decorating. When it comes to all of the Easter decorations that I have, I can fit all of them inside of one box. So that's what I did. I just was putting them inside of a box, a cardboard box at that, and then that just goes into the basement on this storage rack that we have. I had to get a bin for it though. I'd rather have it in a bin versus a box, but I didn't have one on hand. So when I clean up, especially the front room, I try to clean as much of the products that are lying around as I can, so my decor as I can, because what happens is, like, your stuff sits there, you know, and it collects dust, and sometimes you forget, you know, you even have to wipe your decor. So I try to do that every single time that I deep clean, especially when I do one of these come with me's. It motivates me to make sure that I dust those items off. So I have this small vacuum, and I've talked about it before in my come with me's. It's from Black & Decker. I think it was around $50 on Amazon. We had registered for it for our wedding, and it was just one of those things where we're like, oh, it might come in handy. It is my favorite cleaning product that we have. It comes in handy all the time, especially with having hardwood floors. I've found so many uses for it. Like, even when I'm wiping the credenza and I'm trying to get rid of like some crumbs that might be on it or the dust, take that vacuum to it, takes all that stuff, gunk right off, and then it just makes it so much easier than trying to sit there throwing it all into the ground, and then I have to vacuum it off of the ground, or trying to collect the stuff inside of a paper towel or a regular towel. It's just so much easier, and I really recommend getting a small little vacuum. Doesn't have to be that one. It just makes my life so much easier. Maybe it'll make your life easier too. I don't know. There is Matt. Matt does a lot of our housework as well. He might look like he's just standing around as I clean right there. No, he was working, and that's why he wasn't helping me. But Matt does do a lot of cleaning. Matt's actually the one who does all the laundry. Most of the time he does it. I mean, it's rare that I end up doing laundry. Matt does the laundry. I do lots of the deep cleaning in the house. We go back and forth when it comes to dishes. It just depends on who cooks, but he does a lot of work, especially as of late, you know, because I'm just sitting around with sore feet, and then he's just like in the basement going at it, trying to get it ready for the baby. The baby's not going in the basement. Let me clarify. The room that the baby's going in, all that stuff has to go to the basement. The baby is not going to be in the basement. Isn't it so satisfying to see something dirty starting to get clean? I love it. I really do love it. Oh, and let's talk about baby names, because I keep getting questions about that. We recently ordered a baby name book. Matt thought that it would be more helpful for him to have something in hand, like the baby book, versus trying to look online. It wasn't very helpful. It was a lot of names that I swear they just put together to make it 100,000 names in the book. It was just names where it's like, what is this even? It's like they put a bunch of vowels, consonants inside of a hat, and they were just drawing them and making weird names out of it. Anyhow, we still don't have a name. We like certain names, but we're not sold on anything. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have a name for the baby until the baby is born, or until the next time we see an ultrasound of him. There's just nothing that's sticking. There's names that we like a lot, but it's just, we don't know if it's the right name for him. So I don't know. It doesn't stress us out or anything. I don't want anybody to think that us not having a name stresses me out. I'm just letting you know we don't have a name quite yet. Like I said, I cleaned up the house the day after
Easter. I don't know exactly what date that was, and since then I haven't redecorated the house, and it definitely has to be redecorated. My tier tray is completely empty and there's spots that are still empty. This time around I think I want to go with like a beach theme through the house. I just want to add a little bit more color, but not too much, and I feel like blue complements the greenery that I have, and I could do more of a blue that just goes with my decor versus something super bright. So I'm thinking of doing a beach theme. Let me know, got any ideas for me what type of theme to go with? Like I said, I'm not a big fan of color. I really am not. Like when I did pink and red for Valentine's Day, I didn't like it, and even Easter, some of the color that I had around, I was like, ew. I don't know why. I'm just into that neutral decor right now. Maybe eventually down the road I'll like more color. I mean, I'm gonna have no option when the baby's toys are everywhere. There's gonna be color everywhere, so it is what it is. But here we go. The front room is clean. I call it the front room, but it's like the living room, dining room, but no wall between the two of them to separate them. And you can see there's Matt's working space for now. Now I moved into the kitchen. There was some Easter decor that had to come down, not too much. And I really wanted to show you what I was listening to. I was listening to a 60s playlist, and this song was Sugar Sugar by the Archies. I love that song. Sugar, dun, 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 dun. I freaking love 60s music. It reminds me of my dad, especially Motown. And then there's other songs that are not Motown that remind me of my dad, like Groovin', It's a Beautiful Morning. You guys, when it comes to 60s music, yeah, that's my jam. I love 60s music the most out of any of the decades. There is, like, you know, from when I'm growing up or was growing up, teenage years, I loved Linkin Park and I loved new metal music, and there's other types of genres that I like, but in terms of the decade that I think has the best music, it's definitely the 60s. Let me know your favorite decade of music down in the comments below. Like I said, the 60s for sure. And the one that like I'm not the biggest fan of is the 70s. There are songs from the 70s that I like, but for the most part, I'm not that into 70s music. The kitchen wasn't too bad to clean. It was kind of pretty clean to begin with. There was just stuff lying on top of the counter and things like that. So now the kitchen's done, the front room's done, my bedroom's done. The only room left to do is the bathroom. There is one more room upstairs inside of my house. It is what I call the filming room, which is going to be the baby's nursery. And in that room, it's not really a room that like has to be clean because it's just cube organizers and racks with stuff on top of it and inside of it. It's not really a room that I deep clean often. I vacuum and stuff, but it's not a dirty room. It just kind of looks like a clean storage unit just because it's storing a bunch of filming stuff. Here's the bathroom. Looks like it's clean. I had to make the camera lighting go a little bit darker so you can see that there was definitely more cleaning that needed to be done. I think every single Come Clean With Me I have mentioned that I do not like cleaning the bathroom. It is my least favorite room to clean. I just don't like to clean it. Matt's not a fan of it either. But hey, guess what? He's gonna have to become a fan because I'm giving up on it. No. My belly's getting really big. Bending down is not the most fun thing in the world. He can get on the ground and clean the toilet for now, okay? Okay. When it comes to our bathroom floor, I always wipe that thing by hand. Matt does too. Our bathroom floor, there's not a lot of it, so it's not like it takes a long time, but we had used this Rust-Oleum epoxy paint on it. So basically the tile looked different. We put a paint on it, and we just want to be careful when we wipe it so it doesn't peel or anything. It hasn't done it at all, but we just want to be careful, so we always just kind of do it by hand. And on top of that, it's hard to get into some of the areas with just like a sponge mop or something like that, so we just do it all by hand. It doesn't take long at all. And this Come Clean With Me, I changed out the shower liner. Ours was just getting really gross, and so I ended up getting one off of the Target website. It had it delivered, and I just changed it out. You guys, though I hate cleaning up the bathroom, it's one of the rooms where I'm like, oh, it looks so nice after I clean it. It just feels so clean inside of there. So yeah, anyways, the bathroom was the last room, and then I was done with cleaning up my stanky, messy house. Hopefully this video inspires you, or at least gave you something to watch or listen to for 20 minutes. I'll see you guys next time that I clean up my house. Probably wearing something still very similar to this. I'm not gonna get all fancied up to clean my house, girl, no. And if that's what you want, well, guess what? That ain't me. I'm not gonna wear a dress with a full-on face of makeup to clean my house. Bye.